Without education, you're not going anywhere in this world. When ghetto living seems normal, you have no shame, no privacy. It is only after slavery and prison that the sweetest appreciation of freedom can come. The hardest test I ever faced in my life was praying. Power never takes a back step, only in the face of more power. Early in life I learned that if you want something, you better make some noise. In all our deeds, the proper value and respect for time determine success or failure. People don't realize how a man's whole life can be changed by one book. If you turn the other cheek, you can be enslaved for 1,000 years. If you have no critics, you'll likely have no success. Sometimes you have to pick the gun up to put the gun down. To have once been a criminal is no disgrace. To remain a criminal is the disgrace. A wise man can play the part of a clown, but a clown can't play the part of a wise man. How is it possible to write one's autobiography in a world so fast-changing as this? It is the process of miseducation that inhibits the full potential of a nation. There is no better than adversity. Every defeat, every heartbreak, every loss, contains its own seed, its own lesson on how to improve your performance next time. My alma mater was books, a good library. I could spend the rest of my life reading, just satisfying my curiosity. Any time you beg another man to set you free, you will never be free. Freedom is something that you have to do for yourselves. I have no mercy or compassion in me for a society that will crush people, and then penalize them for not being able to stand up under the weight. It is a time for martyrs now, and if I am to be one, it will be for the cause of brotherhood. That's the only thing that can save this country. All of us who might have probed space, or cured cancer, or built industries were, instead, black victims of the white man's American social system. You're not to be so blind with patriotism that you can't face reality. Wrong is wrong, no matter who does it or says it. I was going through the hardest thing, also the greatest thing, for any human being to do. To accept that which is already within you, and around you. Yes, I'm an extremist. The black race is in extremely bad condition. You show me a black man who isn't an extremist and I'll show you one who needs psychiatric attention. Time is on the side of the oppressed today. It's against the oppressor. Truth is on the side of the oppressed today. It's against the oppressor. You don't need anything else. Speaking like this doesn't mean that we're anti-white, but it does mean we're anti-exploitation, we're anti-degradation, we're anti-oppression. A race of people is like an individual man, until it uses its own talent, takes pride in its own history, expresses its own culture, affirms its own selfhood, it can never fulfill itself. Concerning nonviolence, it is criminal to teach a man not to defend himself when he is the constant victim of brutal attacks. Be peaceful, be courteous, obey the law, respect everyone. That if someone puts his hand on you, send him to the cemetery. I believe in a religion that believes in freedom. Any time I have to accept a religion that won't let me fight a battle for my people, I say to hell with that religion. If you have a dog, I must have a dog. If you have a rifle, I must have a rifle. If you have a club, I must have a club. This is equality. Children have a lesson adults should learn, to not be ashamed of failing, but to get up and try again. Most of us adults are so afraid, so cautious, so safe, and therefore so shrinking and rigid and afraid that it is why so many humans fail. Most middle-aged adults have resigned themselves to failure. It's just like when you've got some coffee that's too black, which means it's too strong. What do? You integrate it with cream, you make it weak. That if you pour too much cream in it, you won't even know you ever had coffee. It used to be hot, it becomes cool. It used to be strong, it becomes weak. It used to wake you up, now it puts you to sleep. You can't legislate goodwill. That comes through education.